what is the best way to communicate your full range of products or an appropriate product for your customers? Hi guys, my name is Deepak Shukla, founder of the Pearl Lemon Group. We are a business growth and development agency based in the UK, USA, as well as serving clients worldwide. And if you need any support with your corporate communications training, whether internally or externally, just reach out to us. And meanwhile, we're back today with day number 24 of 106 days of communications training. And before we get into it, feel free to click the link in the description below to get access to 7 additional strategies that are not shared in this training. So look, fundamentally, this is a really, really good point to consider, because if you're involved in client relationship management, we're now really leaning into the areas of identifying upsells, cross sells, as well as just general ways to add value to the client. And I want to begin by making sure that you're sure of the basics, if you will. So number one, the best way to communicate your products to your clients is to be aware of what all your products are. So depending upon how many service offerings that you have, what would benefit from is someone giving you training, or you taking some time to independently learn yourself a little bit about all of the things that the company you're working for actually does. I would say that that is, even in our company, something that we're working upon. So if, for example, in the case of Pearl Lemon, or the Pearl Lemon Group, there's a lot of things that we do, and it's would take time for people to wrap their head around it. But what everyone needs to have an ability to understand is the basic elevator for each of the products. So that's the important part here. Number one, being aware of the, let's call it, entire product line, or at least the highlights of the product lines that you've got. And then number two, being able to being given, or producing an elevator. So when I say elevator, it's, in 30 seconds, can you explain to me what this product is, and how it would help me? And that's what's known as the elevator pitch. So being aware of all of your products is going to be, critically important. Otherwise, you won't even be in a position to communicate your products to customers. And the second thing is that having an elevator pitch is powerful and really important. So with elevator pitches, I would actually recommend that you go over to, let me just see if I can find it for you folks. In a rare moment, I'm going to just have a look at elevator pitch lemon sales. See if okay, here we go. The elevator pitch. So I'd recommend that you Google that, or YouTube that, sorry, elevator pitch Pearl Lemon, and you'll find some training on elevator pitching in general. And if you're interested in the sales process in general, then I definitely say look at these videos here. We've got 61 videos for a training series that's going to span 119 days there. And that's going to be really helpful with understanding what an elevator pitch is. So I won't go too heavily or too much into that, but having the elevator pitch is going to be vitally important. So number one is just, awareness of products. Number two is an elevator. Trust me to try and write a word elevator with my mouse. All of the other rules still apply: confidence, articulation, problem solving, proactive, initiative. And then the other thing, of course, we spoke about is timely. So if you're in a customer relationship, environment, then I would say that understanding timing, and that can be based upon a comment that a client makes saying, oh, we're struggling with, for example, our developers taking some time to get back to us, and you offer web development services. Hey, presto, you can get involved. Or if you can just support them with a quick fix based upon something that a client infers, just waiting upon the designs, and we'll come back to you. Then you can choose to investigate ultimately the designs to understand if there's, some way that you can help them with a product that you've got that maybe focuses around design. So you want to really, in a way, also activate your listening ear, okay? Because just telling your customers abjectly about your products is not really going to be that powerful. But listening for the clues or the cues or the hints is going to be quite important as well. And then the other thing is to be mindful that I'm not asking you to become a sales professional here. This is about communication. So what you can communicate, or what you can, or you what everyone should have is a strong handover, saying, you know what, that's a great question, where you get asked, or we might be able to help you with this, Frank. Can I introduce you to my managing director, Eon, so you guys can discuss it. So having a handover like that, that you could blanket use for ultimately any introduction, is going to be super powerful. So I'd absolutely say that handovers are critically important, and that you should have one already if you're engaging with clients, irrespective of how frequently or infrequently you engage with them, because then you'll be in a position where they ask you a question, or you just see an opportunity to arise, an opportunity arises, that you can say, well, you know what, Frank, I noticed that you mentioned that you're waiting for some designs from your team. I was just thinking that we might be able to support you with that. Can I introduce you to Eon so you guys can have a chat about it? So some kind of introduction like that is going to be fantastic. And the key there is that you don't need to be the one who ultimately communicates the products to the customers. You can, if you get the elevator down, absolutely you can. And you can if you feel confident in it being able to do it. But at the very least, having a handover ready is going to be, super important when it comes to the products. But it begins with your education. So being aware, what are the products? What exactly do they do? Can I get them into an elevator pitch? And how do I spot when someone needs them? So they're the questions to go back to your team. Like, what are all our products? What's the elevator pitch for our products? What are the cues I can look out for to understand when I should introduce it? Okay, great. Let me start listening. And then I don't know if I'm ready with the elevator, so I'll just do the handover. So there you have it, guys. This is the 5-step guide to communicate your products to your customers.